What's going on, guys? My name is Ro West from Ro West YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much for coming and checking out my video, coming and check out my channel. I really appreciate you guys. So a little bit about myself. Again, my name is Ro. I just turned 28 years old, and I have been playing basketball professionally here in Japan for 7 years now. I am going into my 7th season. I have been on going on to my 6 different teams. It's quite a lot of traveling here in Japan, but I have based myself here in Japan, made myself a home here and have a family here, and started my whole new journey of life here in Japan, overseas. And ever since coming out here, it's been Japan has been treating me like home. It's been a great place. It's been a beautiful place. It's been a beautiful journey. Definitely a lot of ups and downs, but it's been quite of a blessing to be able to play basketball for this long and to be able to have this kind of career, being able to play 7 years professionally overseas, doing what I love, and getting paid doing what I love. It's been such a blessing, and I'm so thankful for this journey. I'm so thankful for the people that I've met here in Japan. And also, through this YouTube channel, the biggest thing, what I want to do is I want to, of course, take you guys along on my journey, and living in Japan, living overseas, and also to taking you guys in as a how do you call it, like a behind the scenes look into my life as a professional basketball player. Of course, it's it's a lot different than living in America, obviously, but it's not too much different than what NBA players endure and go through on a day-to-day basis, as far as everyday schedule and how everything is set up. Of course, we're not getting paid tens and hundreds of millions of dollars, but we're playing the game that we love, and we're centering our entire life to perfect our skills and maximize our potential to perform on the court, and to be able to do all that we can to bring ourselves prepared onto the court for that 2 hours of basketball game, and centering our entire week of life for those games. So I want to take you guys, of course, I think it's very interesting and unique to be able to see that behind the scenes look, and I want to take you guys along in that journey. And also with myself, I am 5'9", 5'10" on a good day, Asian, of course, American and Japanese, but being part Asian it's been giving me a lot of disadvantages growing up in America. I've born and raised in LA, and played basketball since I was a kid, and with myself, I was never recruited. I actually tried out, been cut, tried out several times, and I've gone through that whole entire process of not having teams and not having that platform to be able to perform my skills. So I've taken those routes of starting from the bottom, and basically taking one step at a time to be able to get my feet wet, to be able to get on that court. So in high school, I played 2 years in America in the States, and 2 years at an international school in Japan, and that's where I've actually came to love the game a lot more, and put myself in a position where I could perform higher on the court and work harder, learn how to put effort, put in the work, learn to grind, and yet I did pretty well. I've gotten a lot of awards and recognitions as far as playing basketball here in Japan at an international circuit. But going back home after high school, I went back home for college in the States, and there I didn't play my first year. I didn't think I was able to, I didn't even try out because I was so caught up in education and in my schooling that, I decided for that year to pursue a different career. But it was during that year when I decided to, do what I love and follow my heart, follow my dreams, pursue my passion. And from then on, I transferred schools. I was at a NAIA, Division I NAIA, but I wanted to go D2, D1, near home as well. So I tried out at a junior college, and the first junior college that I tried out for, I got cut. Voila, 5'9" Asian. Who wants a 5'9" Asian basketball player? But, I was devastated. I was heartbroken, but I went back to the gym. I didn't quit. I told myself, I'm going to give myself one more try, and, if that try doesn't open that specific door, I'm just going to hang my shoes up. And it was that school, actually. I tried out. I started literally at the bottom where they had tryouts. The coach had put me onto the court with a lot of players who were amateur and a lot of players that you would see playing on the parks, playing outside. But I slowly, climbed the ladder, built myself up one step at a time, and eventually a week later, coach called me up and brought me out to practice with the team, and I played pretty well, and I was able to finally showcase my skills and my performance, and I was called up. I made the team. That was a junior college in California, and it was at that point where I just ran with it. Even after a year, I actually eventually, during that season, became a starting point guard. Thank the Lord. But yet, playing over 20 minutes a game and putting good stats, I wasn't recruited. I wasn't recruited to a school that I wanted to. I wasn't receiving any offers that would give me full scholarship. So what I did was played another year of JC and try to see where I could put myself at in people's eyes. But still, I wasn't able to get the looks that I wanted to and that I thought I deserved. So I went overseas. Thankfully, I'm Japanese. I'm Asian. I have being in Japan for 2 years. That high school year gave me a Japanese passport. Being dual citizenship, that gave me a huge advantage to be able to play basketball professionally as a local player, a nationalized player. So that didn't take a spot as an American, as an import player. So after 2 years of playing college, I went overseas. I contacted an agent myself, sent him film, emailed him, and was very, very intentional with the communication to put myself out there. I try to put myself in his eyes, and for him to find attraction in me, and through that, he was able to, send tapes and send letters out to a team overseas in Japan, and thankfully I was able to catch a few eyes, and from there I was able to start my rookie season. And I graduated college in 3 years, and I decided to take that chance, take that huge jump of playing professionally basketball in Japan. And it was there at 22 I started my career as a basketball player. And honestly, those first 2 years, it was tough, but at the same time, I was on one of the top organizations in Japan. Very, very solid organizations. And I wasn't able to get that much playing time, especially in my second year. I was able to showcase a lot my first year, but second year I didn't play too much, and it was from there, honestly, up until this year, where it was a downhill ride. But I just continued at it. I faced this my whole entire career, my whole entire life, being the minority on the basketball court, being not just from an ethnical perspective, but physically as well. Not the tallest, not the most athletic, don't have the highest IQ, but I worked at it. I did everything I can in that 24 hours that I had in my life to center myself, to propel my skills and my talents, my potential to become the player that I wanted to become. And I set that goal for myself, and that is what I continue to do today, to push my standards and push my expectations higher each and every single season to become a better basketball player, right? And through that journey, it's honestly, there's never a destination. Like, that's what I learned throughout this years, but it's definitely the journey. It's the people that I meet. It's the character that I develop. It is the talents that I gain, and the mistakes that I made, the failures that I will face. But every time, I face those negative things in life, I just remember just rising up to that occasion, just not letting any situation break me down, but using those kind of experiences to always remember that it's all about character. It's not never about what I gain in my career, but it's how much character I built, and that's what's going to mean the most at the end of the day. And who I become as a person, not as a basketball player. Of course, that's important. That's something that I pursue, but it's all about what kind of person you become, and that's the biggest thing that I want to deliver to you guys and show you guys. And of course, in the aspect of basketball, I want to deliver the best value and content possible to you guys and show you guys, so you guys could develop your skills and talents and potential. So I also want to help you guys also in that area, because I'm very, very confident where I'm here playing basketball professionally, and I was never recruited. I'm short, average height in Japan, but I was never the best player, just like in the American circuit. It's great basketball, but I'm here doing this thing in Japan, and I'm playing against guys who played in the NBA. I've had teammates who've had a successful career in the NBA and the top leagues in the world, like in Spain and France, etc. I played with those guys. Most of the American players that I play with, they're all in the high. Also, one of the best schools in the mid-major universities, high D1s. So it's definitely a blessing, and it's humbling, and it brings me back every time to where I was just 7 years ago, right? Where I was trying to find my step, where I was trying to really achieve my dreams. And I know when you bump into walls and when you face struggles, that those times seem so long, and it seems like you're in a dark hole where you just can't get out, and there's no way where you could ever achieve your goal. But that was me. There were times where I didn't even have a team. I wasn't on a single team to play, but I had a dream to play basketball professionally. And when you see that distance from where you are and where you want to go, and when you see that distance, you get so discouraged. But that defines who you are. That's the character value that shows and reveals in those times what you do in those times. And I want to encourage you guys, motivate you guys, inspire you guys, because I'm doing this right now. And if I could do this, you guys could too. And if that's not basketball, if it's whatever career it is that you guys choose and the endeavors that you pursue, you guys could achieve it. I promise you. I'm playing basketball professionally in Japan, making a great living, doing what I love right now. Of course, there's challenges, but still, overall, putting it into perspective, I'm doing what I love and living my dream that I set myself 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 5 years ago, and I'm doing this right now. And if I could do it, you guys too. So sorry this was a long time, but this is the biggest, the whole purpose of my YouTube channel is to deliver you guys content to inspire and motivate, and not only that, but also in real life to enable you guys to get better on the court, in life, to push you guys mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and also physically. And that's what I hope for my channel to be the whole purpose. Thank you guys so much. Sorry it was a long video, 15 minutes of me ranting, but this was really from my heart, and I really hope you guys were able to take this in for yourself as well. Thank y'all. Love y'all. Real West here. Keep driving, keep striving. Take care. See you guys in the next video. Peace. See you, Nike.